No, we want to protect our reputation as a buyer in Japan, so we don't leave negative feedback for sellers. What? How are they supposed to get better? Welcome back, guys, to another video where I'm joined once again with Chris. Thank you very much, Chris, for stopping by and hanging out again for another discussion video. It's nice to have you.
Of course, man. It's always a good time being here, dude.
I have to say, I've been taking a look at some of your Instagram stuff recently, and it is crazy.
Thank you, man.
So,
I appreciate that.
Definitely have to check out if you like Warhammer models, custom paint jobs, custom builds, all that stuff. You gotta check out Cantorus144 on Instagram. All right, so today I thought it would be cool to go through kind of what we've learned over the last year and a half, kind of throwing ourselves back into the hobby, and buying from a lot of different places, and figuring out and letting you guys know if you guys are first jumping into the hobby or if you guys want to find some reputable, safe sources to purchase cards, kind of what we have found out in that area of where we like to buy cards now and where we feel like it's safe for you guys to get good deals and also safely buy sealed product and just places that we have previous positive experiences with. If you want to start it off with maybe one spot that you feel like is a really solid place to pick up sealed product or singles or wherever you want to go.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, the first one I think we all know and most of us love is your local card store, right? Your local game store, FLGS, LGS, whatever you want to call it. They're going to have loads of sealed products for you most of the time, depending on the type of store. They even have singles on display for you to buy. Oftentimes that you can sell cards to earn a little cash back on your stuff.
Especially your bulk.
Yeah.
A lot of times those places will take bulk. And it's usually between 1 and 3 cents a card-ish. And if you've got thousands of bulk just sitting around in a box, you can take it in. And sometimes you can even trade in for booster boxes. So it's definitely something to check out.
Exactly. Right. So that's always a good place to start.
It's interesting because I was coming into this conversation with one of my two more negative experiences has been my LGS because it's a sports card store primarily. And you can tell that they really just don't care about Pokemon. They just stock it to make money. I actually called them the other day. This is hilarious. I called them the other day. I was looking for a Fusion Strike box for my 6-pack Saturday series that I do on Saturdays.
Yeah.
And I said, do you have a Fusion Strike booster box? And the guy answered, I don't know. We have booster boxes. I don't know which ones. That's all he said. And this store is tiny. He could probably see the booster boxes from where he was standing, or he just had to walk like 5 steps to go over and see if he had a Fusion Strike one. And he didn't. And he was like, well, you're welcome to come in and see what we have. It's just like, I don't want to go in because I don't like you guys in the first place. And second of all, it's like, and every time you go in, they make you feel like you're bothering them, basically.
Yeah,
so
that I hate. Just do your research, find the right store that fits you. Because like from my experience, mine is a dedicated, Pokemon store.
Yeah,
in fact,
awesome.
While they have other like board games, tabletop RPGs, stuff like that, their main focus is Pokemon. I mean, they even carry like Japanese sealed stuff in store.
Oh, wow.
Which is
that's
insane.
cool. Yeah.
So
I want to talk about TCGPlayer next, Chris, because I know that's a place where you buy a lot of cards. And I've bought a bit there, mostly singles, and have mixed experiences. And you have more positive experiences. So what's your experience been with TCGPlayer?
My first hand experience with TCGPlayer was when Vivid Voltage was out, and I was buying some sealed stuff because at that point I got burned by not only local sellers on like Facebook Marketplace. I couldn't find product in store, so I couldn't help out a local game store. Most of the time, you can be like an individual like person selling things on TCGPlayer, but most of the time it's stores like friendly local game stores using that as a platform to sell their inventories and stuff on. So you can support the local mom and pop that way. But they also do like single cards and stuff too. So like after a while, when it got to the point while trying to collect Vivid Voltage, it started to get too pricey for me to try to complete that set.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm going to transition buying singles now and see how that works. If I can't find something in a store, I'm usually shopping from TCGPlayer now.
Yeah. The biggest discrepancy that I feel like that people should probably know is TCGPlayer condition scaling uses like the playable condition ratings. So like near mint is the highest that you can search by on TCGPlayer.
It's primarily a place where you go if you are a player of the game to go and get your cards for your decks.
So in my experiences, buying vintage stuff, especially if you can't see pictures of the cards, is really hit or miss, because near mint, if you're looking at it from a grading perspective, is a 7 or higher. Obviously, we've seen the differences in condition of a 7 and a 10. That's a wide range. So if you're thinking about near mint, you have to be ready for it to show up in not, mint condition that you might be expecting.
If you're somebody out there that is in the hobby to get cards graded, to then put them in a slab and either put in your collection or to then resell, this is not the platform for you to do that.
I think you can do it with Modern, though.
Yes, I think with Modern, I think it's a lot better. Yeah,
because like you said, a lot of stores also rip boxes to sell singles. Yes. So I think a lot of times people rip boxes and then they put all the cards up on TCGPlayer to sell them. And then a lot of times those cards are then in pack fresh condition. And as long as the seller ships it properly, then you'll have a pack fresh card. Troll and Toad, I've only tried once from Troll and Toad, and it seemed like their prices are higher than everywhere else. And I did not have a good experience buying from Troll and Toad. But I did buy a vintage card, so that's probably why. It's the same situation.
I have no experience with Troll and Toad, so I can't say one way or another.
Yeah. eBay is a place where I actually buy a lot of my sealed product from, but there's a specific seller that I buy from. It's PFootballP4DHX is the seller username. He has over 300,000 reviews, and he's 99% positive. Everything that I've bought from him has been great. No problems at all. I will say, though, there is a trick to buying from him. For instance, right now he has Brilliant Star booster boxes up for $114. There's still a month left between now and when that set releases. What he does is he will decrease the price, even if it's just by a little bit, every week until the set releases. So it's likely that these boxes will be maybe 109 by the time that the set actually comes out. Usually his prices are very good, competitive on the market, and he has a ton of stock. Rule of thumb for eBay, in my experience, the more positive feedback, the better. If you're looking at like high value cards, $50 plus, and you're buying from someone who has like 2 reviews, you might want to ask for more pictures. You might want to let them know, like, this is how I want you to ship the item. Because if they're new to it, they might not know all the little, tips and tricks yet for selling and shipping properly and stuff like that. So
I can't name a bad experience off of eBay off the top of my head. I'm sure there might be, but meh.
General rule for buying anything online, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Where else do we buy stuff, Chris?
I got one. Mercari, actually.
Oh yeah, Mercari's good.
Yeah. I've only ever bought one thing off of Mercari, and no problems.
I feel like on Mercari, there's more of a willingness to deal. There's basically like a live chat function on Mercari, so you can just instant message back and forth, and you can everything that I've bought off Mercari, I always send them an offer, and they're always willing to come in like halfway, and that's always been helpful. So I agree. Mercari is a good spot. Another place. So I don't do like private deals on like Facebook groups or like Twitters or anything like that, but I will say there is an account that I follow on Twitter called Pokemon Drops, at Pokemon Drops. It's a Pokemon TCG tracker. He'll post every day, and it's basically just a forum thread of people that are finding products in stores, where they're located, and you can kind of see like, oh, this person's located in Raleigh, North Carolina, and he just found Hidden Fates on the shelves at this Walmart. Maybe I'll run and check out this Walmart, sort of thing. And he also posts when Websites are having deals. He posts when websites have restocked new sets. He'll say if they have a promotional code. And it's cool that because it's a forum, if he posts like so-and-so just restocked Brilliant Stars, then usually the first question is, are these guys legit? And then underneath that will be like 10 people that are like, yeah, I bought Fusion Strike from them last time. It was great, and then they have a bunch of like testimonials. It's just a really cool spot to be, first of all, notified of stuff coming back in stock. And then on top of that, like verifying certain places and websites of like whether or not they're legit, because it's a bunch of people who bought stuff from them. Anything else you'd like to mention before I hop quickly to Japanese stuff?
The only other thing I think I can think of when it comes to a seller for me is actually Randolph Pokemon's website, pokerand.net. Even though shipping, if you're trying to buy something from the US from there, is stupid expensive. If you're in the UK, right? I think it's pretty solid.
I mean, all the YouTubers basically have eBay accounts as well. So if you find a YouTuber that you particularly like, TCA Gaming, really any of those guys, they all have their own YouTube or eBay accounts as well, or ways that they also distribute product or sell product. Most of those people are, reputable. You might want to look out if they're like, everyone should buy Evolutions right now, and then all their store is just Evolution singles and sealed product. That might be a little weird. A lot of people actually run consignments for people in the hobby. So if you have high value cards and you want TCA Gaming, for instance, someone with a really good reputation and a lot of feedback on eBay to sell your card for you, they do that as well. So,
and for all your graded cards, go to JavaAkuma's eBay page right now. He's got some cool listings going on.
I do have some
that you want, obviously.
Yeah, I have some Japanese singles and some graded Pokemon cards right now on eBay. But yeah, so last thing I just wanted to mention super quick is I've been buying a lot of Japanese cards from Japan, straight direct from Japan, and I've been using Bai, which is a service. And I have a video that goes into more depth of how to buy from Bai, what the types of fees and stuff you'll run into. If you're looking for vintage Japanese cards and you still want to find them in like mint condition, that's kind of the place where you're going to find them in mint condition. They're a good service. The problem is where eBay is very buyer focused, Bai is very seller focused. If you have anything wrong with your order, I had a card recently in my most recent purchase that it's like a $40 card and it showed up bent, just in half. It's just bent. It's got a giant crease down the middle now because it was shipped poorly. And so I reached out to them. I said, hey, this was damaged in shipping. What can we do about it? And they said, did you buy our insurance? I was like, no, I didn't. They're like, well, we can't help you. And I was like, well, can we leave some negative feedback on the seller to let them know to ship the card better next time? No, we want to protect our reputation as a buyer in Japan, so we don't leave negative feedback for sellers. What? How are they supposed to get better? Like, what are you talking about? When it comes to problems as a buyer from Bai, just don't even email them because they're completely useless when it comes to trying to help you with that. Other than that, it's been great.
So for Bai, if you can ignore all of the bad stuff, go with them for Japanese.
It's just a lot of experience and being way more meticulous and like, yeah. All right, guys. Well, if you have any other reputable places that you like to go to buy cards, make sure you let us know in the comments below. I'm sure there's lots of places we missed. There's probably more established Japanese stores that have online websites that I just don't know about right now. There's probably a lot of good like mom and pop websites that just started up this past couple of years that are reputable as well. So let us know in the comments below where you buy your cards. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully we can help some of you guys out. If you guys are new to the hobby, buy with confidence. So thank you for coming, and we'll see you on the next one.